All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the final events here for January 2023. Interesting things have come up, at least in the first week or so of January when we did our TV tapings, as well as our first of four events here in IdolPro. In fact, I think, okay, so I did change the logo for that. So we've got a live stage as well as a New Year. We got New Year Awakening, of course. I think it should all be there. We got live stage at this week, and then we've got New Year Awakening, and then we have got a pop-up show, which I'm trying to give the pop-up shows like little names now. So right now this one is Saturday Night Fever because it's on a Saturday night. I'm thinking about other theme shows to do for pop-up shows. I've already got a couple different ideas in mind. So we'll probably start running these smaller pop-up shows at least once a month, maybe even twice a month, and intersperse it in with some of the live stages and everything. So that should be interesting because we'll keep it to like two major events. We'll do like a live stage, like either two live stages or one plus whatever our bigger event is that month. You know, I think we've got it all. No, we still don't have marches, but that's fine. I think we're okay. I just want to make sure we're good. Everything should be good there. All right, everything's good there. I just want to make sure I didn't screw something up as far as like ticket pricing and all that different stuff. Otherwise, I think we're good to go. So we've got live stage 43 tonight. It's the go home show to New Year Awakening. So we've got to fill out this card because if I remember right, we don't have a lot sitting here. Yeah, we got this steel cage match between Michiko and Himika, and then we've got the Twin Spirit title match between Marikoto and Free Wi-Fi. So we've got a lot to get figured out here. We'll go ahead and complete the day so we can get to our event here. Here's that. No, it's not Shinjuku Face. We're going to Narimasu. All right, so no selection. Narimasu Act Hall. There we go. I mean, if I wanted to like do the game, if I wanted to game it enough, we'd just be running Shinjuku like 3-4 days a month. But I try to run some of the smaller ones just to kind of make it feel a little more realistic, even though we're pretty much selling them out every time. So yeah, we're at Narimasu for that. And then I think we can just start. Oh, we've got incidents. Hang on. We've got incidents. Hopefully they're good ones. Kyoko Kimura has taken Himawari under her wing as a protege. She has the professional personality, and Himawari has the professional personality. There you go. Look at that. Himawari, an official protege of Kyoko Kimura. Interesting. That should be something. All right. We'll just drop that in here. We got 5 minutes. We've got Sayuri Namba. We've got Miya Momono. Do their thing. Opening match. Drop that. We've got Arisu. We've got Raku. Boom. We're looking at 10 minutes. I would imagine we'll keep it open. Decisive win. There you go. Another angle. Just got to fill all of this out. You know, it's going to be much more simple once we get to the actual show. Like the show our big event, because it's mostly just going to be matches. I think we got a grand total of like 2 or 3 angles maybe throughout all that. So we've got Raku, we've got Sayaka Unagi, and they're doing their thing. There we go. And you're sending me something. Is this about the Wakana thing that Meerkat got? Point like Wakana and you louder. Wakana! Wake up your neighbors and go Wakana! Oh, he did. Oh, that was the behind the scenes thing of what he was doing. Okay. It's like I've seen the stuff that Meerkat was getting some of his stuff hitting was getting his stuff getting around Twitter. And to start with silence. You know, I honestly about a month ago had the idea of possibly doing like a I didn't end up doing it, obviously, but I'm sure you've probably seen like Urinating Tree and stuff like that, where they do like the hater's guide to like a football season or a basketball season. I thought about something like that, but with Joshis. I don't know. I feel like people would just maybe, I don't know if people would like it or not, but it was something I thought of. It obviously didn't end up doing it because it was something I wanted to do by the beginning of the year. Like probably before all the January 4th stuff, but that was not to be. Three-way dance. Asahi and now and Camus. We're looking at 16 total minutes. Now, open, decisive. Sick of old timers in wrestling talk about what's believable. Is this about the wrestling or the Eddie Kingston thing? I feel like there's been two different fronts that people have been arguing about believable, real, anything like that. And it's either been the way people wrestle or the way people look. Let's see. Sayori Namba. We need Asahi, Nan, Now, Yuki Rai, Yuki Kamifuku, and Mirai. I don't want to have to pay that extra money, so they're going to be off screen. But the other three will be on because they're already there. So... the one thing that I never get is when they talk about like, oh man, this guy doesn't look believable as a wrestling star. It's like the one thing, because like you always just kind of point to Dusty Rhodes because it's just like, yo, he's Dusty freaking Rhodes. I mean, obviously, jolly fat guy. I mean, I guess that was his WWF thing. He was at least a lot more believable in NWA, but I don't know. Like, out of shape dudes have been all over the place in wrestling history before. Mick Foley, anybody? And I never see anyone, I barely see people bring up a lot of like Mick Foley too. Maybe it's because, you know, I don't know, but yeah, Mick Foley's another one where he's just like, yo, he was like kind of an out of shape dude. And like, it even happens in regular fighting. Like Roy Nelson really just looked like a dude. Roy Big Country Nelson really just looked like a dude who you wouldn't think would go toe to toe with like any UFC guy. And then he would just whip people's asses. Let's see here. Tommy. Aku. Mika Wada. There we go. Got tag team. There we go. 10 minutes. Let's give I can't really see where they're at in their give it to Hina. We'll make Neko take the loss. Why not? I think she could handle it. There, flash pinfall. It'll make it a roll up though. All right. What is their I gotta look at their I want to look at their momentum. I think I have to Yeah, I think I would have to look at it in the thing here. It's a pain in the ass. Loves Vader. I'm wondering if a lot of people like talk about Vader because he looks more like a strong man than an out of shape fat guy. Cause like you get strong men who look like fat dudes too, but they just got big guts. Like it's still all muscle, but yeah, I mean maybe that's what people like. Who knows? Samiri not is Samiri not here? Or is it Natsu Samiri? Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. Fat is fat. Natsu Samire, Yoshiko Hasegawa. I'm looking at 11 minutes. And Natsu. And we'll make it an open match because I think there's a bit of a difference between the both of them. And it'll give Yappy the rub. Angle, drop it in. May Saruga. We'll just leave it at that, I think. I mean, Natsu's out there, and so is Momoko. I'll just get a bit of a rub off of it. They won't talk, so there you go. Add a match. Momoko Hanazono, Himawari. The new protege, Himawari. We've got Momoko. Open match. Decisive finish. Here we go. Yes. Boom. 2 minutes. Nodoka. Yuri. Their backstage promos, so it'll just be microphone. Boom. Pre-booking's not on here, right? No, we don't have anything for pre-booking. That's good. Let's see here. We need Nodoka Tenma versus Yuri. Fighting Spirit. Tournaments. Punk versus Cody. Can't wait. It would really be something if Punk actually, like his first real match. And more WWE than ruining a great story for money. Part of me would laugh my ass off if there's this whole thing. Like his whole thing, like, all right, didn't really get along with Tony Khan. So he might as well go back to WWE. Wants to win the WWE Championship. He said that pretty much from day one. Here he's coming up on 2 years later. Thought he was going to do it last year, didn't do it. This year seems like he's got to do it this year. Can you imagine if they don't? Can you imagine if they find a reason not to do it and he doesn't finish the story? Or even worse, something where like he isn't the guy to beat Roman Reigns, but they give him like some sort of consolation, like the Seth Rollins thing or something else to try to make it. And then you get Michael Cole going, Cody's finished the story here tonight at WrestleMania. He's finally done it. It's like, I can't imagine. Let's see here. Momo Watanabe, Hikari Noah, now Kakuta. I saw someone had posted a bit from, I don't know if it was maybe, they haven't had New Beginning yet, have they? I'd have to look. From New Japan. It was funny just looking at it because it was like, it was ridiculous. Good evening. Okay, Jesus Christ. They have a lot of like upcoming things. I don't need all the upcoming things. I want the stuff that happened. When was this match? I want to see. Okay, so it literally, yeah, it did just happen. The Road to New Beginning. It was just a Road 2 show that had that Shota Umino Ren Narita match. What is all these tag matches and then you just have. By the way, they have that never open weight 6-man tag that Okada didn't lose. So who knows who's going to win that. And then Shota Umino, Ren Narita going 33 minutes. 33 fucking minutes. Dear God. I can't imagining, because I've seen a few people be like, oh my God, it felt like 20 minutes. It was so great. And I saw other people being like, man, that felt like an hour. Are you telling me it was only 33 minutes? Good evening. Yes. You're getting ready for your new save. All right, cool. Oh shit. What is this? Mio and Reika. All, because they're not gonna be on screen anyway, so there you go. Yeah, but always getting interrupted to start the show. Yeah, I've very rarely, there have been a couple times that she hasn't, but yeah, this one's not really so much she's getting interrupted as much as she's coming down with somebody to like talk about stuff. So I'd say it's at least a little bit better. All right, we got Utami, we got Kohaku, and we got Mika Iwata. On the other side, we got Momo, we got Hikari, and we got Now. I can just look at the 6 people and unfortunately know who's the one who's not going to keep up with everybody. I already can tell who's going to get noted as being the weak link. Big meme of Ghetto asking Kyle. Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, people are like, oh my God. He really is going to be Hoganing this, isn't he? God, I wouldn't. That'd be so amazing to see if that actually happens. We should give it to like Mika, because I don't think Mika doesn't probably need it either, but let's give it to like Hikari Noah to lose. She can take the loss. There you go. Final bit, 3 minutes. We got Momo. We got Utami. There you go. Set up the match. The end. 120 minutes. Everything is golden. I only took like 20 minutes. I'll take that. I'll accept that. Considering I think the other stuff is going to go kind of quickly too. So, I don't know. I might get this done a little bit quicker than I thought. Anything else I'm missing? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we are here for IdolPro Live Stage 43 into sold out crowd in Narimaso Act Hall. It is the go home show to New Year Awakening. We open, of course, with Sayuri Namba running down the card. She is flanked by Mio Momono, who is not going to be wrestling tonight. It was expected she was going to be wrestling, but unfortunately, Reika Saiki was not able to be here. She will be at New Year's Awakening. So Mio Momono is ready to pull double duty at the show with Reika and do her semifinal match and then win the Fighting Spirit title in the final. Let me go ahead and pre-book that as well. We've got New Year Awakening. We need to add... Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Mio Momono. And I want Reika Saiki in their semifinal match. There you go. Get that set up, and that'll be there. All right, so already getting things started off with the... I mean, I guess we could technically put in... Well, I guess we'll have that figured out later on in the night, won't we? Let's see. Go on to the next one. We get to our opening matchup, Arisu Endo versus Raku. Great heat, decent wrestling. Arisu Endo wins in just over 8 minutes by submission. Raku, once again, not been very successful since being out on her own. And with that, she does grab a microphone. She calls out Unagi. She comes out to the stage. Doesn't really decide to get into the ring. But Raku decides she's going to challenge Unagi for a one-on-one match. Since Unagi feels like that she is so far above her, Raku will challenge her, and Unagi basically accepts. And we have a setup for that. As we have that has been put down, Raku versus Sayaka Unagi. There you go for New Year Awakening. And then we get a three-way dance between Asahi, now Ishikawa, and Yuki Kamifuku. Kamiyu carried in terms of performance, but still had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Went just over 13 minutes. Asahi went first, and then... in a surprise win, now Ishikawa got the win over Kamiyu. And with that, we get Sayuri Namba, who was given a piece of paper to make an announcement. And she announces that the reason these three girls were out here is because they have decided to have a three-way tag at New Year's Awakening for the #1 contendership between the JK Lionesses, AI Princess, and the Strong Kickers. So we will have, let me see here. We will have a number 1 contender to the Twin Spirit titles. So yes, AI Princess, JD Lionesses, and Strong Kickers. There you go. All right, set that up as well. So we are filling out the card quickly. You're jealous of that Meerkat guy getting the at the Wakana attention. Good 6 out of. Go be a content creator. Make some content. You could be a fan artist too. That seems to get some attention for some of them as well. There we go. Utami Hayashishita in the back with Kohaku and Mika Iwata. And they're talking about tonight's 6-person tag in the main event. And Utami talks about the reason why she is here, because we haven't been able to really talk too much about Utami's whole point, besides wanting to challenge Momo. And she said the reason she wanted to challenge Momo Watanabe at New Year's Awakening for the title is she felt that even though Momo left Stardom to make something of herself, and she's proud that Momo has seemed to have made something of herself on her own and become a star, she felt like Momo has gotten a little too full of herself and needs to be taken down a peg. And a big part of that would be taking away her Royal Spirit Championship. So she's looking to humble Momo, and that's a big part of why she challenged for the title. And we'll see if that is accepted at the end of the night. I'm sure it will be. JK Fallen Stars takes on Revelation. And in a surprising move there with great heat and decent wrestling, Hina ends up getting a surprise roll-up on Hard and Echo just over 8 minutes, and JK Fallen Stars getting a win here, as Revelation have had a fair few wins as a tag team, but not here, as Ruaka and Hina will walk away with a win here. Lost some weight, shaved, take off the glasses, 7.5 out of 10. Character work, you have little interest in a wrestler unless she is a good gimmick and is fairly charismatic. That's a good point. I think a lot of people are like that. Like, you can be one of the best wrestlers ever, but not a lot of people really give that much of a shit if you're just not interesting. Like, look at Davey Richards when he was still wrestling. Like, that, I think that's probably a good way of showcasing it. Fantastic wrestler, but like, just dull. Yeah, Davey Richards, absolutely. Just one of those guys. Natsu Sumire comes out with her protege, Momika Hanazono. She wants to get more matches under Momika's wing, including later on tonight. But first, she wants her to sit ringside and watch Natsu at work. And that is with Natsu taking on Yoshiko Hasegawa. It's great heat, good wrestling. Just over 9 minutes, Natsu hits an elbow drop and gets the win there against Yapi. And after that, Mei Suruga comes out as they're having their whole ordeal. And she wanted to look for a tag partner. She's telling Natsu and Momika that she's planning on looking for a tag partner because she said Natsu doesn't... She seemed to want to take her under her wing, but Mei wants to prove that she is better than both of them, and perhaps showcasing that in finding a partner of her choice for a tag match at New Year's Awakening. I think I'll put that in later because it's I think I might have to change that when we get there. But nonetheless, we do get Momika Hanazono versus Himawari for Momika's match. It goes 10 minutes, but eventually Momika forces Himawari to tap out. And Momika takes the win here. And I think that'll be all we see right now from Natsu and Momika. And we go to the back We get separate promos backstage in different areas from both Nodoka Tenma and Yuri, as their match is up next for the semifinals of the Fighting Spirit title tournament. One of these two will go to the finals to challenge for the Fighting Spirit Championship to hopefully become the inaugural champion. May bro that didn't even do MMA but still wants to be a 90s junior. He's still doing the MMA camp thing now in MLW. That's right. He is, yeah, in MLW. And like no one else will book him, I think, at this point, too. I think that's also another thing. I forgot he's still doing that thing. He is still in MLW, isn't he? And we get to the semi-finals of the inaugural Fighting Spirit Championship Tournament. We're going to have Nodoka Tenma in just over an 11.5 minutes hit the kill switch on Yuri and get the win. And Nodoka Tenma has punched her ticket to the finals. She will face the winner at New Year's Awakening of the match between Mio Momono and Reika Saiki. So she will either take on Mio Momono or Reika Saiki for that Fighting Spirit Championship. And we move on. We get Momo Watanabe backstage with free Wi-Fi as they're in another 6-person tag. And they talk about their respective title matches as Momo does confirm, because I don't think I have it here, that she will be defending the Royal Spirit Championship against Utami. So we can officially make that official here, as it will be Momo versus Utami. For the Royal Spirit title. Boom. All right. And we'll leave that as it is. How can you not love free Wi-Fi? I'm trying to make a joke. I guess it depends on what you're into. If you happen to be a crazed fan who gets shunned by Hikari, that could be a reason. All right. I think we're good here. We go to a vignette. Once again, after that Fighting Spirit title tournament, we get a vignette for Mio versus Reika for that final semifinal matchup, as well as the Fighting Spirit title match. So we get that all set up with the final matches leading up to our inaugural Fighting Spirit Championship. I need to tell you how I want to be entertained. Al Snow nonchalantly compared pro wrestlers to doctors and wrestling fans to patients. Yeah, Al Snow is weird. Al Snow's got an odd got a very odd philosophy about things. So we got an exceptional matchup here. Yeah, people ate it. Of course people ate it up, because it's Al Snow, and it's like, yeah, this is also the same guy who talked about Hulk versus Andre was the best WrestleMania 3 match because it drew the most money, which obviously they talked about how he curtain jerked a lot, and so that would make his matches terrible because of how often he curtain jerked, which also would lead to the idea that he doesn't know how to draw money because he's ran OVW for God knows how many years, and you only draw maybe 200 people. I don't know. I can't remember how much they couldn't bring in James Storm because $600 was a little too rich for them. So I can't imagine that they draw that many people. Not to mention, I think they had a problem with that one woman. Didn't they have that one woman? I didn't watch the documentary, but I heard that they were following a woman who maybe had some problems. And as it turns out, she's a gigantic piece of shit. I know some stuff came out on Twitter after the fact where it was oh, this down on this luck girl who's a little bit troubled, but she's young and she'll work at it. And then some Twitter stuff came out from people who worked with her, and turns out she's just a gigantic piece of garbage. We get to our main event. We get to our main event. An exceptional matchup. See, I got sidetracked again. We get to our matchup. Utami Hayashishita, Kohaku, and Mika Owada get the win over Momo Watanabe and Free Wi-Fi. Just over 19 minutes as Mika Owada just landed a spinning heel kick on Hikari Noa to knock her out and get the 3. And there you go. Utami, Kohaku, and Mika all getting the win there. But to close out the show, Momo grabs a mic, gets in Utami's face, and she says that she wants Utami gone, out of here. She wants her out of her face. She doesn't know why she's even here, to try to humble her. She blames Utami for a lot that has happened in her career, and being overshadowed by the likes of her and many of the other Queen's Quest members and other members of Stardom in general. And next week, or in just under 2 weeks at New Year's Awakening, when she defends the Royal Spirit Championship against Utami, she is going to beat her and prove that she was being held back this entire time. And that is how we finish the show. One region. That's all right. We're going to broadcast here soon enough. Be a crazed lesbian. Yeah, how can you not? Yeah, who hates free Wi-Fi? Well, crazed lesbians and 36-year-old Mills with no kids who just won her first wrestling belt now has to vacate it. But it seems like she might continue tagging with Himawari. I mean, from one Minera to another. Goodness. Let me see here. Who should get praised here? Let's give when was the last time I praised Mika? I did it at the holiday special. When was the last time I praised Momo? I'll praise Momo. Oops. Come on. We'll praise Momo. We'll praise Hikari Noa. We'll tell her she's cool. She did good. And you know what? We'll give it to Kamiyu for being willing to take a loss. Told that they're awesome. Told that they're awesome. Praised for their performance. Was pleased. Seem pleased. Seem pleased. Oops. Click the link. Yeah, Danny Moe. That's who it was. Danny Moe did the whole... Yeah, she did the whole thing about whatever the one... Yeah, whatever the one girl... Yeah, was this the one? I think it was. Yeah, Haley J. That's who the girl was. Yeah, was it like stuff that they were like about ready to fight, or she was stealing shit from her? She had like turned a good chunk of the locker room against Danny Moe. Forgot exactly what it was what exactly it was, but yeah. There we go. I know there was like a whole thing that came out on Twitter afterwards from one of the girls who was actually working with that one girl. Misawa619 subscribed to tier 1, 2 months. 2 months, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Man, we actually have 2 whole subscribers now. It's fantastic. Oh goodness gracious. All right, I'm about to get crapped on. Yep, hired by Gleet, hired by Freedoms, hired by AWG, hired by AWG. Okay, at least I don't have them. And a hip injury. Oh, no. What happened? Okay, it's being worked through. I'm just like, no. Please don't. We don't need one half our tag champs going down to an injury like a week before our 11 days before our big event. Would not be great. Let me see this. All right, we at least have that set up. They're on a handshake. They're all on a handshake deal, but the problem is is that when you look at a lot of these people, like let's take someone who's like in demand, someone who I can barely ever book, and that's Rina Yamashita. And that's because she's also employed by Oz, Ice Ribbon, and Seedling. So, and unfortunately, because I'm so low on the totem pole, I am fourth in line for people to book her. I basically can only book her if the other 3 companies are not running shows that day. And then that's going to happen for, you know, even like my champion is booked with Oz. So it's like, well, I can't book her if Oz is there. The heel comes out to challenge Babyface, runs down the town there and tries to set up a title match. Yeah. I mean, it's cliche, but, you know, sometimes it works. It depends. Yeah, that's just the one thing I don't like is the fact that when people do sign with other promotions in this game, that tends to mean that they will take precedence over me. Which means I have to work around everybody's schedule, which is why the availability looks the way it does. Because it's like, yeah, I just pick a day here that Tokyo Joshi Pro's running. I immediately have like 8 people I can't use. Run a show that like Seedling, DDT, Oz, Sendai Girls are all running on this one day, and it's like half my people are gone. We'll get there eventually, I'm sure. TLDR of the tweet. Oh, it was just it was like I said, I think it was that one girl turning a lot of the locker room against her, stealing her shit and trying to start fights and just being a piece of shit, I think was the big takeaway from it. Let me think here. All right, so we already have that set. We already have that stuff set up. Vertigos, we're not doing anything. Yeah, some of these guys are going to be on different deals now too. Jet Knight wants more money. 80. All right. Anything going on? The Kingdom that disbanded. A lot of people signing with EWG. Hire Lulu Pencil. Maria Manic. Why do I remember Maria Manic's name? Oh, she was what? Teddy Hart's ex-girlfriend? Yeah, that was pretty much abused. Yeah. Lexus King and DPW along with Andre Chase. He was still Harlem Bravado at this point. Man, I feel like that Andre Chase thing in NXT has been around for a while, but I mean, I guess in mid 2020 he wasn't even officially signed with them. He must have just gotten signed like not long after this though. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah, it seems to be about it. Nomura got booked somewhere else. That's good. Yeah, a lot of the Chikara people are getting released because I took all of their money away. A lot of the ones that are gone in real life, you know. They released a dog, yeah. I should sign him. What would he do? Reputation? Could you imagine if this thing had, it doesn't even have like charisma or microphone. It's literally just there for like reputation. I wish it had like psychology and experience and stuff. I wish it had any of this. Could make the dog a road agent. It literally can't be anything. So it's just there just to not even be anything. Can't even be like a personality. Can you imagine trying to teach a dog how to sell? Eli Drake. Oh, there you go. L.A. Knight. Chikara released Willow Nightingale. Is she not signed by anybody else yet? Nope. QT Marshall. That makes some sense. That makes a lot of sense. You make the editor that make their dog a road agent. Yeah, I mean, I can, but it would just be dumb. It would be so dumb. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing anything there. Get Willow. For what? Japan? Man, I think there's already a lot of like gaijin I was looking at. I was gonna say, I think I might actually have to go get Mariah May and put her in here because I'm pretty sure Mariah May is not even in this mod because it's not even, she's not even in it because I don't think she was wrestling at the time. Japan loves gaijin black chicks. Marino Saihara, Yuna Mizumori, Momoka Hanazono, Arisu Endo, Asahi, Ram Kaicho, Arisa. Tai Hanma quit Seedling. Oh, is she getting... Okay, she's with Stardom. She got hired by Stardom. She keeps quitting all the places, though. That's interesting. Doesn't say she's anything, necessary. Tai Hanma there is still a, let's see, $900, though. I don't know. I feel like there's other gaijin workers I can probably grab. I've probably shortlisted already. I don't know. Jamie Hayter. What long link did you just send me? What is this? What? Are you able to just like completely like block out everybody but like one specific person? Why is there baked joke you won't get? Okay. Who else do I have as far as potential gaijin? Millie McKenzie? Oh god, she's booked by everybody. Let's see here. Rachel Ellering. Isn't she booked somewhere right now? Is she like in NW? Is it NWA or MLW maybe? I still need to potentially get Sari Ano. Sari Ano needs to be someone I think we grab. She's expensive though, $1,000. I can knock it down to probably like $850, but that's still quite a bit. Stephanie Vacher. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot. Could get Vert Vixen. Viper's still technically only on handshake deals. Zoe Lucas is still technically working, even though I don't believe she is now at this point. And whoever she was, and I believe that's the guy that she's now officially married to in real life. Do a laugh and not understand. Wardlow with a mohawk would just be Brian Cage. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here I don't understand. Yeah, this is one baked joke I don't understand. The funnier ones, I don't know. Maybe it's the Joshi ones that I understand because I read too much into that. So it's just, now Ishikawa like disappointed and tired of this shit face whenever Now comes out to talk and it's just talking shit on Hikari anytime Now comes out. Let's see here. 10,000 viewers. There you go. Hey, look at that. Anything? Let's see. Ty stormed out a show, unhappy about a booking decision. Joe Doring in Glee. That actually sounds like that would happen if they decided they wanted him. ACH joins Defy. Has he done a lot of wrestling recently? What was I say? Is he one of those guys that's been very sparing on his bookings in recent years? Because I think what's his name? Let me see here. Yeah, he hasn't wrestled since September 2022, so he just sort of disappeared after a while. Yeah, I think Darius Lockhart was another one of those guys who just sort of disappeared out of wrestling. All right. Let me see here. Anything. Ram Palm Harajuku joins. That sounds about right for Actress Girls. Marty the Moth goes to Defy. Ram joins AWG. Let's see. Yuki Ueno. Hikari Shimizu. Rin Katakura. There's a lot of AWG people that it's kind of funny how AWG in this game is hiring a lot of actual ex-AWG and current AWG people. There's too many like weird inside jokes from Baked. But I guess someone had to take Woo's spot. Sorry, one sec. All right. I just had to take a drink there. Kenny King. Isn't Kenny King is he in NWA? Carlito. Jamie Hayter gives birth. Matt Jackson. This Matt Jackson is the booker for DPW. Focused on promoting St. Louis Anarchy. Didn't something just happen with like St. Louis Anarchy in real life? Wasn't there just something that happened in real life with St. Louis Anarchy? Mike Mondo, Defy, Bram joins MLW. This is a lot of stuff to Enzo Amore with Defy, Saya Ida, AWG. Good Lord. Defy got Trisha Dora. All right. So yeah, they're filling out their groups here. Manami Toyota in control of AWG. Interesting. Let me see here. More people getting hired. There we go. We're still not out of week 2 yet. Jesus Christ. All right. Eventually, they're going to be done hiring. Ian GLG is trying to come up with a clever Roman Reigns pun, turning into being all about boats. Work has been busy. Well, I appreciate you being here. I do appreciate that. Let's see here. Nigel McGuinness looking to stay. Kenny Omega got offered. Tony Schiavone got re-offered. I didn't notice this, but I didn't even realize that Kenny Omega actually has been on a hiatus in this game, so he's just not been around at all. Mayu got injured. Hip injury. Okay. Injury for, that's Tetsuya Endo. Whiplash neck strain from being shot on. PCO hasn't been around for a while. Let's see. More signings. All right. Oh my goodness. What are we trying to get to again? Tuesday, week 4. So we've got still a week of this. That's all right. Like I said, we've got 1, 2, 3 angles to book. Everything else is like matches, most of which we've already pre-booked, so still won't forgive Nakajima hostile TSOB. I mean, I don't care at this point. There's a lot of rumors about why he might have left Noah in the first place. Perhaps some stuff about him being involved in the Yakuza. Oh my God, more people. Especially when he's saving AJPW. Aren't they? Isn't there like a whole thing right now about how he's potentially? I mean, yeah, it's a. I mean, yeah, it's like it's like a storyline, but isn't the whole thing right now just the shit that's been the drama that there's been happening with Nakajima coming in as being like a mole for an outside deal here. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of stuff. Freedoms, AWG, AWG, AWG. Oh my God. Jesus. This is what happens when I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw in a couple more. Promotions. I'm going to kill some of the promotions that got killed in real life. And we'll just run off that, and we'll get some other promotions, some newer promotions that aren't in here. And now I'm just getting killed. I'm gonna have. All right. Well, at least Maria's back. Marvelous. Malcolm Bivens. Dio Madden. They're being extended. Of course, Bianca Belair. But Malcolm Bivens and Dio Madden. I can't imagine that he comes cheap. And he's probably going to stay, right? That's almost certainly. $24,000 a month, yeah, plus an $18,000 signing bonus for a written contract. Like, I think I'd have to match the monthly wage in like a downside. It's just not going to happen. He'll take that money. $24,000 for Dio. Man, can I stop seeing all these people that are going to end up signing with AWG and Freedoms? It's making me sad. I'm going to have to contend with even more promotions now. They're going to hire my girls. All right. God damn it. All right. Yeah. Hired. Cool. El Lindemann won the DDT Extreme Championship. All right. AEW Dark was still a thing. Impact. That, yeah, already signed within a day for Malcolm Bivens and Dio Madden. By the way, I signed Himawari. Does that mean that they're already jumping me? Yep, AWG's already gonna jump me. Let's see. It's all about size. I'm not big enough. Fuck this. God damn. I hate this. Kevin Condren. Does he still wrestle? I know he was going through a lot of shit, especially after the Brian Kendrick stuff. I want to look. I'm sure I can look on Cage Match. I think he still gets the occasional matchup. He last wrestled back in May. That looked like his only match. Go to Hayo Tamura and declare him dead. What happened? Hayato Tamura? I only got Hayata and Hayato Jr. Fujita. Seems to be all I have. Doesn't seem to be any other Hayato in there. Sorry. Unagi got hired by AWG. Jesus Christ almighty. Just bam, 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 bam. Let's see here. Tamura Hayato. Probably not, but I'll look. Oh, Tamura Hayato. Declare him dead. Why? What happened? Did he get his ass kicked in like a Ryzen event or something? Just seeing that he's a former MMA fighter. Was he at like a fucking GLEAT thing and just got knocked out or something? Fuck him. Oh, well, obviously now I need to know the story while I'm looking at all this. Aaron Stevens picked up an injury. Rusev picked up an injury. Is he still bumming around? And Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and PWG. Hate him in GLEAT. Okay. Sean Spears re-signing with AEW. Well, that's something. Fandango offered a brand new contract. Well, that's something too. I think that's about it. Xia Li staying with it. Oh, that's also different. I guess we keep on moving. Jesus Christ, man. Half this is going to be literally just simming through. Yuki Ueno. $20 and he's now worth $200. Oh, man. I'm trying to introduce you to an American audience and you're doing this shit. I'll give you like 75%. Man, $155 now. Plus the $200 to fly him in, which of course is obviously cheap in this game, but shit. He's the champ in GLEAT. Oh, and Bake Bros dick ride him. Ah. See, I've never been there for a GLEAT show. Wrestling world has been crazy. It has been, man. Oh, AAA Mega Championship, Pentagon Jr., the new winner of that. Chuck Taylor re-signing. WWE contract offer for Murphy. Mochi Miyagi quitting Oz. She's still hired by Ice Ribbon, so it's fine. UT got hurt. Oh, Evolve and Progress hate each other. Well, probably because of the money thing. UT's got lower back pain. Take a few months, but he's not going to miss anything. Lead hire Ryuichi Sakine. He's a BJW guy, isn't he? Yeah. I tell you, those Joshi wrestlers, they love their deathmatch guys. I tell you. That's it. You know what? If I really wanted a Joshi wife, I'd have to go become a deathmatch wrestler in Japan. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. All these people getting hired. I like Glee because he thought it was UWF5, then dropped it. We'll watch once in a while, yeah. I guess we move on. Jason Lee. Orca cheated on Risa, though. I mean, just don't be a womanizer. Be a deathmatch wrestler and don't be a womanizer, and you'll be fine. And don't cheat on your Joshi wife. Could work for you in your past experience. I wasn't a deathmatch wrestler, but I was a backyard wrestler. More people hired on a handshake deal. Cool. Ayako Hamada. Oh, dating a guy in Mexico. She just showed up back in Japan for, what was it, Arcean? It was like an Arcean thing. Wonder how hot she had to be to fumble Risa Sarah. Who knows? Could be some weird alien looking woman like fucking Nakajima's woman. Backyard deathmatch, same difference. That's a good point. Let's see here. Sanshiro Takagi joins GLEAT. What a headline. Oh shit. GLEAT soon to be on Wrestle Universe. Fantastic. Anything else? AWG hiring Mizuki. That also sounds like it would track. Natsumi no, she actually wrestled with them, I think, before. Let's see. Danny Oikawa. Didn't she? No, she was Ice Ribbon, and now she's Ganjo. She just refereed for them, though. So technically, Bani Oikawa, if she's the referee, I think she's the actual referee for some of the AWG shows now. So that makes some sense if they want. Mocha Miyamoto. Yeah, TJPW's characters could probably work well with AWG. Gonna attract Lufisto, maybe? I don't know. She seems kind of bitter. You brought Deathmatch. Let's see. TEW 2020 was set after the fall of WCW. You brought Deathmatch to America. I want to say that there was some FMW shows in America, though, before. I want to say, was there something besides ECW that, no, because then, I mean, technically, I think XPW existed around the same time as the end of ECW. I don't want to completely just be like, well, of course you didn't bring it there because, but I think, yeah, XPW was like 2000 or something when it was there. CZW, the same thing. Yeah, early CZW. Dragon Lee's on loan. Oh my God. We're still going through this. We're almost there. No, wait, no, we're not. Yeah, we're almost there. We got a couple more days. There's just so much going on right now. Chris Jericho's boat cruise. Wonder which guy knocked him out that time. Alexander Hammerstone got sidelined with a broken pelvis. Oh shit. Wasn't he getting signed somewhere? Was it were they saying NXT or AEW for Hammerstone? Wasn't that a whole thing? I want to say that's a whole thing in real life, is he's getting signed somewhere because he left MLW. You bought him out? Okay. IWA Mid-South started around that time too, didn't it? I want to say that started like early 2000s. Saw him at Hard to Kill. Was it TNA? He was leaving to go somewhere. I don't remember where he was, but I was pretty sure he was going to be signing with somebody else outside of MLW. Dave Christ back in. I think I took him out of wrestling. He's still technically on a handshake deal, but I don't think he's being used as anything. Grand Metalik staying with WWE. Chuck Taylor staying with AEW. Murphy. Rosemary is the Smash Women's Champion. Taichi staying. Maya Yukihi. Stardom management are trying to make her the next thing. She's only 28. That makes sense. Ethan Page won a belt. Other than that, I think. There you go. What? Why any chicks be attracted by a guy with a wrestling background? Ellie Catch. Who knows? I'll do like that one guy did. You know what? I'll go to Zales or Jared or any of those places around here. Get like a wedding ring, and I'll do like what that one guy did to Kyrie before she left for WWE the first time, and just like propose to her. I'll just do that to one of the girls. I'll find a Tokyo Joshi Pro girl. If they bring Now Kakuta, I'll ask her for her hand in marriage. I'm sure they'll bring Momo Watanabe. I'll keep 2 rings. I'll separate. I'll not put my eggs all in one basket. I'll give 1 ring to Momo Watanabe, the other to Now Kakuta. Give me twice the opportunity to get rejected. Let's see here. Asako Miya to AWG. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, we're finally here tonight. New Year Awakening. Jesus. All right. Shinjuku face. Perfect. Give us the broadcasters. Those yummy, yummy broadcasters. Now I need to go hire some people. Shinjuku face is where we're at. Do that. Oh my God. Can we get... No, we can't get Aki as an announcer. We should. We need to put him in here as like a color guy. Not a great color guy, but a color guy. I was gonna say, are there people here that like would blow my mind that they were here and available to be used? Probably not. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get Stuart Fulton. 240. 240. And Ihara, who these are the two we've been using. 230. There you go. Have you checked all the absent workers? It should only be 2. There's backstage. It should only be Jungle Kiona and Natsu Sumire. Oh, and Lady C because she's hurt. All right, that's fine. Ayano Irie, Kyoko Kimura, Wrestler's Court. Yep, that's fine. All right, as long as she's happy and things are still going, that's fine. I don't care. She'll still be good to debut. All right. I need to bring up my booking screen. First, couple pre-show matches. We got a nice little tag team match for the pre-show. We got Revelation and Pineapple Banshees. We're going 12 minutes. We're going Ram. We're going... Let's go... Sorry, I want Ram to lose because we're having... I think Abaddon needs a win. Open match. Decisive. There you go. Next pre-show match. 1v1. We've got Yuri. Oh my goodness. And Miyako Matsumoto. That's going 11. Pre-show it. There you go. Yuri a win. Open match. Decisive victory. We'll put where are they at? At ringside. Chieko Ishikawa. Asako Miya. So they still get booked. Because I don't think they're going to... I don't think they cost me that much. Let me look. Turn the other way. Yep. Chia and Asako. Yeah, there you go. $40 just to bring them in. Want Cody to be your best man at your Joshi wedding. Okay, so we got our pre-show stuff. Pre-booking. We have got Miyo Momono and Reika Saiki. By the way, doesn't mean anything now because it's fine. It's fine in this version, but when I did the pre-booked version, Reika got hurt and I had to change some things around and I was really hoping that I didn't have to change too much around. I literally just used Rina Yamashita as a stand-in and then just did everything that Reika would have done. So it all worked out. I love how pornish. Oh, you love how pornish Lady C's gear. Oh, her new gear. Yeah, her new gear is something. It is certainly something. Okay, so we're gonna give Reika the win on that. Open match, decisive victory, and book that segment. All right, so we've got that. Let's go back to pre-booking because we're putting in Raku versus Saika and Nagi. We've got 11 minutes, so it's a 9-minute match. Saika's going to take the win. Open match, decisive win. There you go. We've got three-way dance for the belts, or for the number one contendership up next. 18 minutes. And we have got Asahi and Hanan winning. Open match between the three teams in a decisive finish. All right. And then before the final match before intermission will be Michiko versus Himika, so they could deal with the cage match stuff during that. So 23 minutes on the clock with that. Michiko getting the win. It'll be an open match, tainted win. It'll be an outside interference on Himika by the debuting Ayano Irie. And I think that's it. There we go. All right. And in the angle, let's see. Bring that in. 10 minutes. We're going to script everybody who's going to be a part of this. Sayuri Namba will do oh god, I had the ideas of who I was going to use. Momo Hanazono is going to have to find a new tag partner because Natsu's not here, and we've built that into this. So she's going to grab Marika Kobashi. Let's see. Nodoka will do a thing about her match coming up. Let me see here. Michiko and Ayano will be a part of it to introduce Ayano. Sayaka Unagi. And we'll go Momo. We'll go our champ. Our champ will be ready. So microphone. There you go. 10 minutes. Done and done. All right, so we didn't add this to the pre-booking because it was a whole clusterfuck. But Mei Saruga had found Sayakami Tani as her partner. And, of course, Momoko Hanazono had found a replacement for Natsu, who's not here, in Marika Kobashi. And that way we can only have to go 11 minutes of imagine May's probably a-okay. Let's give it to Saya. And you know what? We'll have Momoko take the loss instead of... I mean, it seemed like it should be obvious that Marika should take the loss, but I think she's kind of ice cold right now, so let's not be open. It's not going to look super overpowered, but it's still definitely going to look, not the greatest. Pre-booking wise, Marikoto free Wi-Fi. That's our next one. Twin Spirit title match. We got 14 minutes with that one. Maria Hikari. Open match, decisive victory. So there you go. And make sure the tournaments are right. Yep. So then we have got Nodoka Tenma versus... Oh, I got to get rid of that so I can bring up Reika Saiki. I don't have the title yet, do I? I need to make the title. Create that title. There we go. It is a floating belt. Everything else is pretty much as it is. All right. Oh, do I have to rebook it? I think I do have to rebook it. There we go. Okay. Try that again. Nodoka Tenma and Reika Psyche. Fighting Spirit title. 16 minutes. Nodoka getting the win. Open match. Decisive. Reika's probably not going to be happy about it. Possibly. We'll see if she's willing to put her over. If not, we'll ask her to put her over. Okay. Yes! Reika Sayu is unhappy at the booking of this match. Looked like she was planning to complain. She had a change of heart after noticing the intimidating sight of Nodoka Tenma cracking her knuckles and glaring. What? You know what? Just so I don't piss you off anyway, I want you to, I'm going to ask you to put her over. You think you're cool with that? There you go. All right. We're all kosher. That intimidating sight thing is fantastic. Especially for fucking Nodoka Tenma of all people. I wonder if there's a good picture. It'd be great if she was still in her Nodoka Onesan stuff. So that's just how she looked. She's just the intimidating sight of Nodoka Tenma. This woman cracking her knuckles in your direction, daring you to fight her. Oh, she's great. She's great. I love that though. I really do. Nodoka's like 4'9", 4'10". So like she's extra short too. All right, I'll stop. I basically already showed what I need to as far as the intimidating sight of 4'9" Nodoka, and then bodybuilding in shape Reika, who I don't think is bodybuilding in shape anymore. Well, I mean, she's still in shape, I think, but she's not the muscle idol that she once was. Maybe that's what intimidates her now. She doesn't have those muscles behind her anymore. Star quality, success, championship. There you go. Two. We got Momo. We've got Utami. There's star quality, building up for their title match. All right. Final thing added to the booking sheet. 26 minutes. This is our big main event here. Momo. Open. Ooh. Yeah, we'll make it decisive. Royal Spirit title on the line. We're solid. And 4 minutes. And Momo closing out the show. And we have booked all 150 minutes. We are set. What's the booking analysis? Oh, fuck me. I just did all of this and I didn't actually assign the announcers. So now I get to go into all 14 segments and put them in because I'm an idiot and I didn't assign these people because I am stupid. And now I have to spend my time doing this by clicking 2 names on every last one of these. I hope I'm not missing any. We did the tag. We do this tag. We do Fighting Spirit. Yeah, we'll put them in for this one. Doesn't really need announcers for that. Announcers for that. And then at the end, announcers to take it away, which we also don't need really for that. Put it as you, so you won't forget. Well, it doesn't matter anymore because we've already booked everything, and it's a one night announcer thing. I just booked them once every 2 months for one night. Yeah, so they're going to be gone tomorrow, so it doesn't even matter. All right, booking analysis is good, other than the fact that I've got Mio Momono wrestling and she's hurt. One night only announcers, yeah. Typical. Just sign them. Yeah, but I don't want to, because here's the thing, is that if I put them as announcers for like, okay, so if I put them as announcers for events, they're going to be announcers for, I think, events that don't get broadcasted, which is most of our events. Like, because we only do one broadcasted show every 2 months right now. So what would happen is I either have to just not put them in as announcers, and then they might still get paid somehow anyway, just for something. So I find it easier to just kind of do it this way so that I'm not paying anybody when I'm not broadcasting. And then the once every 2 months, I just bring a couple people in, and they just both happen to still be here every time. Because, yeah, I mean, I think there's a few more now. Jun Kasai, what's his color commentary? Only a 50. All right. But yeah, I'd have to look and find people whose color commentary. Oh, 68, 63. I might have to. Ooh, Yukio Sakaguchi. Oh, who's retired in this? Who's retiring in real life? Perfect. All right. All right, let's get this taken care of. Everything's good now, so we'll just start the show and be good with that. All right, we are here for IdolPro New Year's Awakening 2023. Big event here in January. Sold out crowd at Shinjuku. We have a couple pre-show matches before the official one here being shown on YouTube, where this is being shown. First off, we got Revelation versus the Pineapple Banshees. Revelation getting a win just under 10 minutes. Abaddon submitting Ram Kaicho and getting the win for their group. And then, of course, we have Yuri versus Miyako Matsumoto. Great heat and decent wrestling. Nice little 9-minute match in which Yuri taps out Miyako Matsumoto. She was, of course, flanked by Chie and Asako, but still wasn't enough to overcome Yuri, who gets the win before the event. And then we start off officially with New Year's Awakening event. An exceptional match to open up the show. Like we said, the semifinal matchup in the Fighting Spirit Title Championship Tournament, just under 11 minutes, Reika Psyche gets the win over Mio Momono with a camel clutch, and Mio just absolutely fighting through it. Came up short against Reika, however. Side note, I guess I could go a little backstage here. The dirt sheets are reporting, the Fightful is reporting that Mio Momono was set to win the inaugural Fighting Spirit Championship, but with the injury that she took with her neck nerve damage, the tournament was changed so that Mio would lose in the semifinals. Yeah, she was planning to. I was planning on her being the first champ, but then with the neck nerve damage, I was like, well, obviously every time she wrestles, it takes a toll on her body, so it's probably not good to hand a title to someone who could very easily get hurt. I mean, she's got a few more months left. She's got like 5 months left. She can still work, but yeah, I think we're gonna keep the workload kind of light on her. She can always come back towards the end of the year and we can have some stuff. First Ozaki. Oh no. Now this. We get to our next match, the very personal grudge match between Raku and Sayaka Unagi, of course. Unagi believing that she does not need Raku for success, and at least proves it against Raku here. Just over 9 minutes, gets the win. And Sayaka Unagi. Oh wow! By the way, this is like 2020 Sayaka before she was like really starting to hit her stride in actually wrestling. I think she was still Tokyo Joshi Pro Sayaka at this point. I forget when she left. I think Sayaka. Yeah, because she was still Himawari Unagi in this. So yeah, this is like Tokyo Joshi Pro Unagi, who kind of sucks. And isn't very popular. Except to Coomers. So yeah, but either way, Unagi gets the win over Raku, and kind of proves her self there. We come to our number one contendership 3-way tag team matchup. AI Princess, JD Lionesses, and the Strong Kickers. Fantastic heat and decent wrestling. Just over 14 minutes is what it took. AI Princess was eliminated first. It came down to the JD Lionesses and the Strong Kickers, but in the end, JD Lionesses take the victory, and Asahi and Hanan have the number one contendership and will challenge at some point in the future. We'll figure out exactly when, but will be challenging the Twin Spirit champions. And we'll see, I guess, later on in the night who it will be, whether it'll be Marikoto or Free Wi-Fi. But whoever it is, will have a match with JD Lionesses for the belts. I want to look and see who did what. Kamiyu carried the match. It's weird to say that Kamiyu carried this match. Considering, once again, this is 2020 Mirai, so this is a much different Mirai than what we have now. Rated very lowly compared to, I'm sure, what she's rated in 2024, if I were to look. Asahi and Hanan did quite well. Now Ishikawa's done okay. Yuki Arai's building herself up. So all in all, not too bad. Everyone did pretty okay. Did as I would have expected them to do. So not too bad. And then our last match before intermission, it's Michiko versus Himeka inside of a steel cage. An exceptional matchup here, as it looked like Himeka was about to finish off Michiko. And somehow from underneath the ring, Ayano Irie appears from underneath the ring and attacks Himeka with, I don't know, some sort of weapon, but ends up knocking her out. And that allows Michiko to climb to the top of the cage. And we'll say that she did a Swanton Bomb off the cage. Swanton Bomb off the cage gets the win for Michiko. And with the help of the debuting Ayano Irie, got the big win over Himeka inside the cage. 64. Oh, I forgot to change her gimmick, because Snow Angel isn't her gimmick anymore. I think it's Dark Panda is what you would call it. Either way, change the mat, change the take down the cage, and get ready for the next half of the show. As we get to intermission, Sayuri Namba backstage talking to Momo Hanazono. As we found out, Mei Saruga has chosen her tag partner in Saya Kamitani. And Momoko is set and ready for this match. However, Natsu Sumire has not shown up. And she needs to look for a tag partner. So she finds Marika Kobashi backstage and drags her there. And she says, "You're going to be wrestling tonight. You're going to be teaming with me." Yam is one of the most popular members of the real-life TJPW roster. I don't think you're wrong. I'd have to look at what the portrait sales. You know what? Yeah, when the portrait sales are over, we'll have to see. Also, I need to spend some money and help add to those numbers. I almost want to spend money on people who I know are not going to do well. But then again, I also don't know if I care enough to buy a Kaya Toribami portrait or a Miyu Yamashita portrait. Like, I can get that in Philly, most likely. Or a Toga portrait. Well, I probably wouldn't mind a Toga portrait, but still. So yeah, we hear from her as it looks like it's set for Momo Hanazono teaming with Marika Kobashi coming up after intermission. We get word from Nodoka Tenma, who's ready for her finals matchup later on tonight against Reika Saiki to determine the first ever Fighting Spirit champion. We get Michiko along with Ayano Irie, who Michiko introduces Ayano as the newest member of Revelation, as this is a plan that she had in her back pocket the entire time, as she felt like, the steel cage concept is going to keep people like Neko and Abaddon out. But she had an ace up her sleeve, and that was Ayano Irie and her debut for the group. We get Sayako Nagi, who talks about her relationship with Raku, and she feels that she's finally past this with Raku. She's proven herself, and she's ready to become a big star in Idolfight Project alone. And then finally, of course, the Royal Spirit Champion Momo Watanabe talking about her match. Once again, wanting to prove that she does not belong in the shadow of people like Utami Hayashishita, as she will set to defend her belt against her in tonight's main event. And then after that, we are done with intermission. We get to the second half of the show. It's going to open up Mei Suruga and Saya Kamitani, and just like we said, Momoka Hanazono has dragged out Marika Kobashi for this, and who was obviously the weak link being carried around by everybody. Fantastic heat and decent wrestling. Went just under 9.5 minutes. And some miscommunication between Momoko and Marika allowed Saya to knock down Momoko, hit her with the Phoenix Splash, and get the win for herself and Mei Suruga tonight. And with that, we get to our Twin Spirit title matchup. Marikoto defending against Free Wi-Fi. An exceptional matchup, goes just over 12 minutes. And Marikoto once again successful as Maria pins Hikari Noah, and Marikoto makes their second official defense of the IdolPro Twin Spirit title. So successful here at New Year Awakening. But they do have a date in the future, possibly by the end of next month, with the JD Lionesses. So they will be taking on Asahi and Hanan at some point next month. We get to our finals of the inaugural Fighting Spirit Championship tournament. Nodoka Tenma and Reika Saiki. An exceptional matchup between the two, just over 13.5 minutes. Nodoka Tenma powers out somehow over Reika, gets the better of her, hits the kill switch, gets the 3, and Nodoka Tenma becomes the inaugural IdolPro Fighting Spirit Champion. And there you go. With that, she is presented with the belt, and she celebrates becoming the first champion. As she heads on out, she's awarded the title. And there you go. We have our first crowned Fighting Spirit Champion. Hello, Toxic. How's it going? Welcome. We get title match intros leading up to tonight's main event. Momo Watanabe, of course, defending against Utami Hayashishita. We get the big title match intros for Momo and Utami, and the photographs taken with the belt as we get ourselves prepared for our main event title match. An exceptional match between the two. Pretty good chemistry between them. There you go. And in just under 24 minutes, and quite the match between the two, Momo Watanabe gets Utami Hayashishita up for the vertebreaker and hits it, and somehow overcomes Utami, makes her 8th official defense of the Royal Spirit title. And still Royal Spirit champion Momo Watanabe. She has done what she has set out to do tonight and gotten her title defense against Utami. And with that, she celebrates with the title, ends the show off, sending the crowd home, declaring herself the next true ace of Joshi wrestling, now that she feels like she has absolutely gotten herself out from under the shadow of Utami, as she stands tall as the Royal Spirit champion. And that is the end of the show. 26 regions. There you go. All right. First off, Momo and Utami need to be praised. I think I already did that for at least something like that, but that's fine. When was the last time I praised Michiko? Almost never. Let's do that. All right. Praise. Let's go. Was pleased, seem pleased. Fighting Spirit champion sounds very TEWAI. Yeah, it's probably a thing, but I wanted to keep with the it's sort of like the Dragon Gate belts, or the Stardom belts and the Tokyo Joshi Pro belts, all the Stardom belts have the Stardom they got the Stardom theme there, and then of course Tokyo Joshi Pro has the Princess theme. So I thought, you know what, I'll have the Spirit theme, so the Fighting Spirit, Royal Spirit, Twin Spirit. At least it's not a #1 contender belt. Yeah. Displaying it says piss. Is it supposed to be like Maki going to America? Is that the whole idea? Is it's pre-Maki going to America? Because yes, I believe so. I don't think she did that until 2021 or so. Pre-Maki USA. Yeah, this would be pre-Maki USA, I believe. All right, viewing figures, 5,800 people. All right, I mean, TV rating is what it is. 5,800 people watching is still good. Still solid. We are 1 point away from our next size, by the way. We are right there. We are right there, and we've got one of our pop-up shows coming up in 3 days. So, anything big happen? Shingo got injured. Fractured arm, will not miss any dates, and it will likely so is he just gonna wrestle in a cast? What the fuck? Divorce confirmed. Oh boy. It's like when memes start coming to real life. Everyone would assume. The only thing that would make this better as a meme is if it turns out that Sasha Banks was cheating on Mikaze with Sheamus. Like, that's the only way this become a bigger fucking meme. It would lean even more heavily into those memes if that actually happened in game. Takataichi Produce. Ooh. And one of those too. 01 had a title change. All right. Don't care. We get on to the next one. Pop-up show, essentially a spot show. Yeah. Hour 15-minute show. It's a pretty quick and easy show. It's really just one of those shows that I can run. It's something that, as I was showcasing earlier, with how many people are being signed by everyone else, it's going to become harder and harder to run bigger shows all throughout the month. So I figured 1 or 2 you could probably get away with. And like these spot shows would be good for a time where, a lot of people would be, not a ton of people, but still you'd have some people gone, but you could still run a show, if like 15 people were gone. But yeah, still like a lesser, it is supposed to be like a lesser tier. It should be viewed as a lesser tier. Yeah, it's a lesser one. It's practically, it's not quite a throwaway, but lesser is definitely a good way to put it. Yeah, it's basically a Gonjo show. Hour 15 and we're fucking out of here. Taka Taichi produces by Ibushi, and Taka and Taichi don't like each other. Is it? I'm not 100% certain. All right, so we've got broadcasters going. We need to deal with our broadcasters. So we've got that. Should be pretty easy. Extend the deal 3 months. We'll just keep everything the way it is. There you go. By the way, I have noticed that once I get to 35, I'll have the ability to run shows on Fight and do actual pay-per-views. And I've also realized that at the size that I'm at, probably won't be a good idea because I won't get a lot of buys. I won't get a lot of money for it. It'll be at a terrible time slot, and it will be just like it won't make a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of money to pay to be on to be on one of the bigger broadcasters like that. This is about as low as it kind of gets, and I'm okay with that for right now. So we might just have to keep going with the free YouTube tier stuff. Might have to set up a Patreon. At least we're making some money. It's not the worst thing in the world. Set up a Patreon so we can do this. Sean Hernandez hangs boots up. Has he officially? I feel like he's probably officially retired in real life. I don't know. I don't know how much he wrestled after that whole TNA Lucha Underground thing that happened. What's the penalty for no announcers? I don't know how big the penalty is, but I believe it's pretty big. It pretty much tells you need them, so I don't know 100%. Johnson, new faces, Ryzen, incoming, lead hire, Itsuki Hoshino. By the way, this is also one of the funny things. Or no, Itsuki Hoshino was, yeah, she's the one that left Stardom, right? She's the one who didn't get very far in Stardom. Who am I thinking of? Yuki Mashiro, that's who it is. Yeah, I'm thinking of Yuki Mashiro. Yeah. So she was still, it's kind of funny. I've done this now long enough that Yuki Mashiro in real life retired as a wrestler and is now coming back as a wrestler. How does Idol avoid the penalty? I hire announcers for one night. I do one night announcer things. I don't know if you were here for that, but yeah, I do. You can hire announcers for local workers. So I just hire local workers to just do the announcing. I get a couple people. Usually in the region, I get Ihara is one, as you can see. Hired her several times, including the most recent one. And then Stuart Fulton also hired him. I mean, they're not amazing, like, 67 and all that, but like, they still do their job fine. And, it's like almost $500 I got to pay for that, but it's worth it for me. Shinsuke Nakamura is able to work in more areas. Shunma Katsumata, god damn! He's coming to me with more money than Yuki Ueno does. Yuki Ueno was like, yo, I'm worth 200. Shunma's coming at me like, yo, I'm worth 320. Shit! God damn it. Why not offer contracts? Because I don't have the money. I can only be on handshake deals, and will probably only be on handshake deals for quite some time. You have to be a certain size, like AEW size, in order to offer like written deals. At this, so the way this game is yeah, you kind of have to be at a certain size to offer people like a certain amount of money at each month. Obviously, I can't offer that because I don't have the money or the size, so I got to be on handshake deals with people. Let's see. Hanson's injured. Shinsuke Nakamura forgotten? Has no one utilized him? $4,800. What about for my men's promotion? $3,300. That's a lot of money though. Size medium and up, yeah. Offer handshake deals to announcers. Oh, because I only use them once every 2 months. So so the way I'm doing it right now is, since I'm not in order to save money, I'm not broadcasting every single event in IdolPro, because I don't do like tapings or something. So, you know, you kind of look here, like my big events that I do, like my big events here, like the Most Wanted and Step Up, like those are broadcasted, but like these are not. These live stage ones are not broadcasted because it costs like $2,500 per event. So if I want to run like 4 shows a month, I'd have to spend like an extra 10 grand, which, I mean, I'm kind of doing good now, but yeah, that'd still be quite a bit of money. And right now I'm honestly just trying to get some money together because I'm planning on trying to make my own broadcaster. So eventually we'll hopefully be able to pool our money together. So we got what, 14,857 plus 27,593. So, you know, we're at like 42 grand right now. Not bad. We just gotta, and I do play. Okay. Offer it. Yeah. So that's a big reason why, is just to save money, because I don't want to have to put them as announcers only for certain shows, because I'm not going to use them every single time, because I want to save money not hiring announcers for every event, and I want to save money not broadcasting every single event. So that's just how I do it, and it seems to work. So, you know, as long as I make sure to put them in as announcers, you know, when the time comes, I can do that. So it's more just a money saving venture. At this level, you gotta save money where you can. It's why for like all my production, it's like, oh, I'm doing okay, like amateur generic, like it's okay and all that, and I'll probably upgrade some of these in the future. Except the live event experience is really the thing that's really like, that's going to be the thing, because that's like $2,500 a show. So that literally is like an extra 10 grand a month just to not use volunteers. So it's going to be something I'm going to have to do at some point. So yeah, I'm just trying to save money wherever I can, because at this point, I mean, I'm making some money, but it could easily just go. Eddie Kingston, AEW title. I think they still run shows. I don't know. I think this is a Shinkiba show. So yeah, we're not doing anything there. We're not broadcasting that. This is a Shinkiba show. Spot show time. Yep, Shinkiba. That's the perfect show. Perfect place for spot shows. All right. Oh no. All right. What happened? Ayumi Kurihara. Okay, great atmosphere. Perfect. All right. Here we go. By the way, I've done the math on it too. I'll show you that once I do this. Once I run this, because I try to run these shows cheap, because I know the amount of money that I need to spend in order to break even. Because I keep a table set up, so I know exactly how much money I can expect to get, and then I can just book off of that and stay under a certain amount. 4 minutes. Sayuri Namba. Entertainment. Big opening to the show. Even for a spot show, it's at least going to be a big opening. It's at least going to be at least a semi-important opening. All right, tag match. We got JK Fallen Stars. We got Miyakoko Army. There you go. 8 minutes. These are not going to be long matches, because we're going to cram like 5 of them in here. Let's see. AJ Styles in the Bucks versus Nakajima and Kingston and Homicide's a normal match in 2014 for TV, right? Probably. Yeah. AJ was still pretty big. Nakajima was at least big in Japan. Kingston, Kofi, or Eddie, I guess, doesn't really matter. Bucks were names, but not like huge names in 2014. They were barely names, honestly. Like, they were known because they were in ROH, but that was about it. An ROH or TNA match. Yeah, it really does. Eddie Kingston. Okay, because Eddie Kingston in 2014 like was kind of known, but like not super. He wasn't like super big. Who's getting this? Ruaka. He got the other win. Ruaka can get this one. Open match, decisive. There you go. Next match. Nakajima up to 56. Okay, that's cool. Yoshiko Hasegawa and Himawari. Put that in there. 10 minutes. Yappy getting the win. Open match. Decisive. There you go. All right. Yeah, we're just mostly running matches through this. Like, this is definitely spot show. And we're going to be running like 1 or 2 of these a month, I think. We're doing 2v2. We've got, I need to grab a couple local workers. We're going to have a couple of local girls coming in to wrestle tonight. Couple local girls. We need Itsuki Aoki. You'll come in for 40. And Wakana Uehara will come in for $20. All right. 2v2. We'll try them out here. We'll have Pineapple Banshees face them. So we get Aoki. We get Wakana. Throw that in there. 8 minutes. And I think that's... Let's see. Let's give... see, once again, I don't know where we're at as far as their momentum is concerned, and I can't really see it from here. So... Ram took the loss at the pay-per-view, so we'll give Ram... Now, actually, we'll give Yuna Mizumori because I think she's ice cold. Ram can handle not taking the win. Decisive win. You know what? Let's go open match. Why not? Make it feel like a contest, even though it's only 6 minutes. Stables. You know what? I need to change this. I need to modify this. Because we need to throw Ayano Irie in here as a member. There you go. Strong kickers are there as well. Hugely important part. Hugely important part. All right. Right now they are white hot. I need to make some more stables. Should I go full stardom and start doing like a bunch of different groups? I wonder if I should do that. I'm not sure. Open cage match on Chroma Ghost, Auto Ghost, Gaiken no Fuji. Interesting. I wonder if I should do that. If I should get big, like good 4-person stables and a whole bunch of people involved in them. I don't know. Just something to think about. Abaddon, Ayano, and Neko. We've got Raku, Rina, Arisu, Endo. We do 12 minutes. Let's do Irie with... I think Arisu could probably take the loss and be okay. Open match. Yeah, why not? Whoops. We'll make it decisive, though. All right. Semi-main, I think I'm going to have a talk because I don't know if she'll put her over. I'm pretty sure she won't, so I'm going to have to talk her into it. There you go. We go 13. Asahi. Open match. Decisive. There you go. All right. Main event. 3-way dance. Mei Suruga, Yuri, and Hikari Noah. Oops. 3-wadi dance. There we go. And that's 17 minutes. So 14-minute match. Not bad. May get the win. Open match and decisive victory. There you go. And run an angle for the final 3 minutes. Mei Suruga sends the crowd home happy. She'll be there with Yuri because Yuri's kind of a face. So they'll both send him home happy. Hikari's not going to be a part of that crap. And there you go. Spot show done. I think beyond that we're good. Oh, by the way, yes, $1,770 is what we're spending on talent, and that's what I want because according to this, I put this in here. We have our marketing, miscellaneous production, so this is how much we're spending. I know at this point, this is how much the tickets are. This is how much. This was last month's attendance. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna fill the house at 290. And then yeah, Itabashi. No, we're at Shinkiba. So our talent budget without incorporating merch for how many people are gonna be there is $2,025. With merch, $2,750, which means we're absolutely gonna finally make a profit on a show, which might be the first time ever in the history of this promotion I'm gonna run a show at a fucking profit. Holy shit. The world is coming to an end. I'm running a show at a profit. Okay. I think we're good. I think that's it. Let's do it. All right. We are here for our next spot show, our next pop-up show. And in the future, starting here with 2023, I believe we're going to have different themes for our pop-up shows. It might just be named after the day of the week that it is, or it might have different themes to it. I have a couple different ideas for some of the pop-up shows just to kind of mix up some stuff once in a while. But we will have this is our pop-up show, but we're calling it Saturday Night Fever. So this is the first of our Saturday Night Fever shows that we have. Once again, just like our quick little pop-up shows. And we're here at Shinkiba, sold out Shinkiba for this. And we're going to open it up. Namba's going to run down the card, and she's also going to announce our first real tournament. Now, of course, with Vertigo, we had the Gold Label Classic, and now we need our tournament in Joshi, and that is the IdolPro Grand Prix. I don't really have to explain it for people who are Japanese wrestling fan. Well, any wrestling fan, really. Round robin tournament is what I'm planning on doing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 groups of 6 or 2 groups of 8 yet. It really depends on, I think, what I can make the schedules work with. But I mean, I have the 2 groups of 8 pretty much set up for it if I decide to do so. But nonetheless, the IdolPro Grand Prix will be happening. That is my plan. It'll be concluding at our March event, our first time that we're running a big March event called Spring Festival. And I think that's the last officially of all of our major events that we would have to, we have to account for. because I think other than that, every 2 months we've got something else set up now that we've added Step Up and New Year Awakening. Spring festivals are one in March, and that's our lead up to, of course, our biggest show of the year in Shining Stage. So obviously a main event at Shining Stage will be up for grabs in the IdolPro Grand Prix. So like I said, round robin tournament like the G1 or the Continental Classic, whichever ones you pay attention to, that's what we're doing. And we're going to have that set up, and we're going to start it running next month. And I think a lot of our pop-up shows are going to be a lot of these Grand Prix shows. I think that's what we're going to be doing for a little while there. I think if I run 6 and 6, I only got to run like 10 shows over the course of the next 2 months. I would have to up it to 14 to try to squeeze in everybody that way. So I might just do 6 and 6. I'm not sure. It's a whole thing I got to figure out. Either way, that's what's happening. We'll have that set up. I don't have like logos or anything like that set up. So, I mean, that's just the announcement here. But I'm sure by the next time I stream the next month, I'll have some stuff set up. So we get to our official opening contest of Saturday Night Fever. JK Fallen Stars taking on Miyakoko Army, goes just under 6 minutes. Baraka gets a pin against Chie Koishikawa. So there you go, Miyakoko Army. Not successful here against JK Fallen Stars, who has done quite well for themselves this month. They've picked up a couple of wins. They've taken a lot of losses. Picked up a couple nice wins here. Bruised eye socket. Oh no! Did someone give her that? Okay, it said she just got it, so it doesn't look like anyone gave it to her, because I think they would have told me that. Decent reaction, but terrible wrestling. Yoshiko Hasegawa and Himawari face off. Goes just over 8 minutes, and people were not thrilled with the match, I guess. Jesus. Either way, Yoshiko Hasegawa getting the win over Himawari. I mean, that's what these spot shows are for lesser people to start getting some ring time. So I'll accept it. We can always balance. That's you know why that's why I balance it out with bigger like somewhat decent main events, so that we could still run a successful show. We brought in a couple local people in Itsuki Aoki and Wakana Uehara. This is, I believe, Wakana's official pro wrestling debut. I don't think anyone's used her yet. I'd have to look. But Pineapple Banshees get the win in just under 6.5 minutes as Yuna Mizumori submits Itsuki Aoki. Ram pretty much carried everyone through, but, everyone probably did a halfway decent part there. Yeah, I'd have to see. This might be Wakana's pro wrestling debut, because she did debut in January of 2023. So this might be her first official match. We get a 6-person tag revelation. Abaddon, Haruneko, and of course the newest member that debuted at New Year Awakening, Ayano Irie. Gonna have her in-ring debut here for IdolPro against Raku Rina and Arisu Endo. And Great Heat Decent Wrestling goes just under 9.5 minutes. Ayano Irie ends up pinning Arisu Endo and proving herself a worthy member of Revelation right off the jump, as Revelation take the win. We get to our semi-main event, Asahi versus Kohaku. Fantastic heat and good wrestling. A great match between the two. Asahi ends up... Jesus, I'm sorry. My throat got really dry on me really quickly. Either way, Asahi gets the win, just over 10.5 minutes. A decent little match there between the two. And Asahi getting a win over one half of the tag team champions is a good little preview of what we may see for the Twin Spirit title fight. And then in our main event, it's a 3-way dance. Mei Suruga, Yuri, and Hikari Noah. Fantastic heat and great wrestling. As Yuri was the weak link, but she's getting there, man. I mean, she hasn't been around too long in this, and she's already at a 39, so I think she's progressing extremely well. And Like I said, 13 and a half minutes. Yuri went first. Then it came down to Mei Suruga and Hikari Noa. And Mei Suruga gets the win in the main event. And grabs a mic, invites Yuri into the ring. And they thank the crowd for coming out to this show, this quick little show. Sends them out happily. And that is it. Out the door we go. No popularity changes. That's fine. Like I said, hey, we make a little bit of money off of it, I think. I think with ticket sales and everything else, I think we technically made some money off this. So I'm pretty okay with that. All right. We are almost to the end of the month. Ruaka, Bruised, Eye Socket, Wakana Uehara. Let me look at that. Let me look at Wakana. Was that her pro wrestling debut? Did we give her pro wrestling debut? I think we did. Yes, sir. There you go. It's a loss, but I mean that's what happens to young lions in Japan. You gotta eat a lot of losses at first. So yeah, I think that's not it there. Ruaka, not miss any dates, few weeks for it to heal. That's fine. 17 days. Nick Gage Fight Club 6. Yeah, other than that, I think we're getting to the end of the month here. We'll get to February, and that will be it. 2 hours 11. All right. Pretty much par for the course and about what I expected it to be, so I will accept that. All right. Ooh, a big win for Roman Reigns as he won the 2023 Royal Rumble. Cody will never be able to even come close to finishing his story. What happened in last year's Royal Rumble? Let's see here. Dominic Dijakovic defeated Tozawa for the U.S. title. Io Shirai defeated Dana Brooke by DQ for the women's title. Asuka won a 10-woman Royal Rumble. Wasn't even 30 women. Only 10 women in this Rumble. But Asuka won the women's Royal Rumble and Roman Reigns won the men's Royal Rumble. And because it's TEW Royal Rumble, there's probably not any surprise names. MVP might be considered one. Ultimo Ninja. Oh, Humberto Carrillo. Okay. Mojo Rawley, Austin Theory. Yeah. What an interesting list of names. No wonder it's a shocker that Roman Reigns won. Held in Mexico. Was it? Oh my God, it was in Tijuana. 41,000 people at Tijuana. Holy shit. Yumiko Hota. Kenny Omega has parted ways with AEW. Contract expired. He's still on hiatus, but he will be a free agent when he comes back. We should shortlist him. I wonder if we're too small for him. But we should shortlist Kenny Omega. He's still on hiatus. That's fine. And yeah, Tony Schiavone moves on. Let me see this. Go or a Sports Tier 2. All right. So, yeah. New champion WWE. Yeah, Dijak. Tony Schiavone leaving AEW. How much does he cost? How much does he cost us? 500? Maybe get that down to like 420 or so. How much is Cyrus Fees costing me? 180. Oh boy. What about Rich Palladino? 270. See my color guy? He's an announcer too. Cyrus Fees is definitely the play-by-play guy though. Oh, he's both. What do they rate Schiavone in this game? I guess I should see that. I mean, it'd be a fair amount of money. What if I replace the whole team? Because I think on my short list, I also have. So if we do Schiavone at like 420, I could also do oh shit, what was his name? He's not in here. I bet he's under his WWE name. Do I not have him shortlisted anymore? Yeah, let's get rid of this. I bet he's still listed under yep. And he's got 55 color. That's not terrible. 210. So our color guy would be a little bit cheaper. Of course, we'd be spending some money on the play-by-play guy. So it'd be sort of exchanging Cyrus Fee's money for Matthew Rewalt. And then we'd be spending some money to have an upgrade from Rich Palladino, who, honestly, in this is not really any worse than fucking Shivani is. We could, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'd go with. I don't know if I should stay with Cyrus Fees and Rich Palladino for now, or if I should move on and do like Tony Schiavone, Matt Rewalt. Because I like Rewalt especially when he's doing TNA. I don't think what is he listed under Tom Phillips? Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's he's still employed by WWE. How much does he get? 84. Fucking hell. Yeah, that'd be great. And he just extended his deal a year ago, so he's probably got a lot of time left on it. 11 months. It's a possibility. It's something we can look at. Noah completed their run on Wrestle Universe. Wait, Noah's leaving Wrestle Universe in this? Oh no. Nigel McGuinness gone for... Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, how much do you cost? Ooh. All right, so we've got some choices here. That's a lot of money, though. Like, I guess I could probably do it, though. How much money have we... How much... I mean... like 11 grand. We could spend it on better broadcasters. Nigel McGuinness sounds like a possibility as well. Aaron Stevens retiring. Brock Lesnar isn't being used. Says he'll be back sooner than you think. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, TEW. Do not do that. Don't give me the option to give Brock Lesnar money. You gave me the option to give John Cena money too. Don't give me that option to have Brock Lesnar go. Who gives a shit as long as I get paid? Oh my God. Anything else? Oh my God. I should shortlist him. Anyway. Brock Lesnar. Oh my God. I could run Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, which I'm sure in 2023 will just be fantastic. So he's just pure color, right? No, he is an announcer too. So like we could still have him work with one of the cheaper guys, but like, should we do okay? So we've got some ideas at the broadcast booth. We could stick with Cyrus Fees and Rich Palladino because we've been using them. Their numbers are okay. We can replace Fees at the announcing portion, and maybe even at the color portion with Nigel. Nigel would make a good color guy. We could potentially replace Palladino with Schiavone. We can also do Matt Rewalt as is he a pure color guy? I didn't even see. I should just shortlist him. Let me just shortlist him. Thought I did. Yeah, okay. 55. So he's just pure color guy, and at least at this point was not considered all that great. So, but if we do Schiavone McGuinness, it's a possibility. That's also, we're spending like $1,000 per show as opposed to the 400 or so we're spending right now. So it's definitely an uptick. But I mean, we could do it. Shivani and McGinnis. Wish you could ask people to stop freelancing. Yeah, that's the one thing about being a small little indie is you don't really have the ability to tell people stuff like that. All right. Well, there's some things to think about. There's quite a bit here. We're already at the 220 mark with this. We still got a little ways to go on this because we're not running events quite like IdolPro's doing, but we are making money. We've made $11,000 last month. We're doing good. Obviously, we didn't make that much money, but we did spend a lot of it on a major show. So I'll be interested in seeing how much money we could make after our average event. That's not like a major thing. Still probably make a couple grand at least. That, and we still made decent money regardless of even having we made good money even without where did a lot of that money go? Ticket sales were a big thing because I think we were running specific venues and the ticket sales were definitely up. We spent about the same on workers. Show costs were way up. I guess that was the difference right there. Because, we spent almost $6,000 there, but we got about a $5,000 difference there. Sponsors were a little bit. Merchandise is also a big one, too. So that crept us just over what we were doing. And that was with spending money on, like I said, that extra, $3,000 or so on an actual broadcast. So, yeah, we'll see. Has Yamato and Hiroshi Yamato ever had a match? I think they have. I thought that was a thing at some point. I bet you could look on Cage Match. Yamato matches. Ishin, Kai, no. Oh, see, that puts Hiroshima. No, I don't want that. Hiroshi Yamato. Yes, they had one match back in 2011 for Gaora TV 20th Anniversary Super Fighting Spirit 2011. It was at a TV event. Yamato defeats Hiroshi Yamato 11:48. This had Bushi, Dragon Kid, and Power Pro Kamen, who was Seiya Sanada, defeat Kagatora Minoru and Susumu Yosuka. Minoru Tanaka and Jimmy Kagatora, who's just Kagatora now. Minoru Tanaka. Does he still wrestle? It says Gleet. Oh shit, he still wrestles. Okay. Yeah, and now his daughter started up. Carlos Amano, Chikayo Nagashima. Let's see. Aja Kong, Mayumi Ozaki, Meika Satomura. BB Hulk, Jinsei Shinzaki, and Tajiri defeat Kaz Hayashi, Nosawa Rangai, and Taka Michinoku. Yamato defeats Hiroshi Yamato. This is kind of a lit card. Kai and Shuji Kondo defeat Blood Warriors, Naoki Tanizaki and Naruki Doi. Masaki Mochizuki and Partisan Forces, Matsukasu Funaki and Minoru Suzuki defeated Smop, Akibono and Ryota Hama, and Sumo Fuji. Who was Don Fuji? Oh my god. Oh, was that Don Fuji just donning a sumo outfit because Akibono and Ryota Hama? Which, by the way, I didn't even know was a tag team. They've been a long-standing tag team, haven't they? What the fuck? They wrestled as recently as 2016 together. Jesus. And then main event, Chima, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Keiji Muto defeated Masato Yoshino Suwama and the Great Sasuke. Damn. That's a show. All right. Interesting. Just a random. See, that's the one thing is Cage Match is such a such an encyclopedia for that sort of thing. You just get to find out about that sort of thing. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. I've got some stuff to figure out with tournaments and shows and everything else. Shine, Oz, yeah, even more people going to be signing. I think right now we got a couple spots open. We have a couple spots available. So there you go. You already know where our live stage events is going to be. And then we'll throw a couple spot shows in there. We'll throw a spot show somewhere in here towards the end of week 1. Maybe like a Friday, because we're only losing like 4 people, you know? And then somewhere here in week 4. Maybe one where like half the people aren't here. Like another Saturday or something. Oh no, I'll have to figure out spot show. I'll have to figure out those spot shows for the Grand Prix. Oh Lord. Oh, a lot of these people have names that I think I'm going to put in, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. Oh my God. So I'm going to have to figure out when I'm running certain shows and then who's going to be on those shows. Oh, it's going to be fun. So much fun. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And if you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you watching as well. And I will see you guys next time.